Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. I am Sakshi, and we are going to discuss the most important updates for you, the daily current affairs, as on 22nd October 2020. As before beginning, I always introduced you with SSB Crack Exams. If you are a defense aspirant and preparing for defense-related exams like NDA, CDS, FCAT, Territorial Army, SSB Crack is the best option for you. You can visit our website ssbcrackexams.com for the more details regarding the courses, mock tests, quizzes, study materials and everything that we offer. You can also follow us on our social media platforms for instant defense updates and notification, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download a mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So let's start our session with the question of the day from the last session. And in the last session, I asked you what are the roles and the function of International Financial Service Center Authority. Okay, we know we saw a news relating to that International Financial Service Center Authority had issued some of the regulatory framework for the regulatory sandbox, right? So what are the roles? What is International Financial Service Center Authority? That we will discuss today. So International Financial Service Center Authority, it is a statutory body which was established very recently in the 2020. It works under Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance. It comes under Ministry of Finance. The headquarter for IFSCA is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Okay, these are the basic facts. Now let's jump to the roles and the functions. See, the main function of the International Financial Service Center Authority is to develop and regulate the financial products, financial services and financial institution. What? To develop and regulate all the financial things which are located and performed in the International Financial Service Centers in India. This is the primary and the main function of the IFSCA. Also, this authority, it is empowered to exercise the powers of Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, IRDAI, PFRDA in the respect of the financial services, products and institutions which are located and performed in these centers. So this is the main function of the International Financial Centers Authority. I hope you understood. Now let's move ahead and talk about the first update that we have today, and it is about the government. It has increased the expenditure limit for the candidates who are contesting for the Lok Sabha election. So what happened? The poll spending limit of the candidate of the Lok Sabha and Assembly election, it has been enhanced by what? By 10%. The poll spending limit has been increased by 10%. So an amendment to the Conduct of Election Rules 1961 in this regard has also been notified, right? The change has been done through the amendment in the rules, Conduct of Election Rules in 1961. Last time expenditure ceiling was enhanced in the year 2014, just ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. So central government has approved this on the basis of the recommendation by the Election Commission, of course, and the reason that Election Commission has given is that the contestant, they should be allowed to spend more on campaigning, keeping in mind the difficulty they may have faced due to the COVID-19 lockdown and curbs. So for assembly election, it has been hiked from 28 lakh rupee to 30.8 lakh rupees. Now moving ahead, next update we have, it is about the Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir Panchayati Raj Act. So adoption of Jammu and Kashmir Panchayati Raj Act finally. So central government unit cabinet has approved the adoption of Jammu and Kashmir Panchayati Raj Act, and this move, it is finally going to establish the 3-tier of the grassroots level democracy in the Jammu and Kashmir, like any other part in the country. Before it was not there, right? Along with the adoption of Panchayati Raj Act, there were some other reforms as well. So cabinet has also approved the productivity linked bonus. What? Productivity linked bonus and non-productivity linked bonus for the non-gazetted central government employees for the year 2019 to 2020. The bonus will be given in a single installment before the Vijayadashmi. Along with that, Union Cabinet has also approved the extension of the markets intervention scheme to the Union Territory of J&K. Under this, the procurement of apple from the region, it will be done by the National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation, right? These are the other reforms while adoption of the Jammu and Kashmir Panchayati Raj Act. This is very important question. Like in your NDA examination, they sometimes ask you the question like in which of the following state the Panchayati Raj Act is not established. So now Jammu and Kashmir will be eliminated from that. Next update we have, it is about the indigenous software solution for VTS and VTMS. We'll understand what it is. VTS and VTMS. VTS stands for Vessel Traffic Services and VTMS stands for Vessel Traffic Monitoring System. So Union Minister of Shipping, he launched the development of indigenous software solution for VTS and VTMS. Okay. Indigenous software solution. You need to remember all these things, right? Indigenous, it is indigenous software solution. So VTS and VTMS, it is a software which determines the vessel position of the traffic or meteorological hazard warning and extensive management of traffic within the port or waterways, right? Hope you understood this, the function of a VTS and VTMS. So by this vessel traffic services, VTS contribute to the safety of life at the sea, safety and efficiency of navigation, protection of marine environment, adjacent shore areas, work sites and offshore installation from possible adverse effect of maritime traffic. And one of the most important fact about the VTMS is, it is mandatory for IMO convention SOLAS, which is safety of life at the sea. So this is mandatory, okay? And now the indigenous software solution for VTS and VTMS has been launched in India, okay? Now moving ahead, next update we have, it is about the India International Science Festival 2020. So this festival, the 6th edition of India International Science Festival, it is to be held in the virtual format from 22nd to 25th December 2020. So this is going to be held now. It will be a reflection on the Indian science and technology innovation for Atmanirbhar Bharat and global welfare. So let me tell you some past history about the India International Science Festival. So the first and the second IISF, they were held in New Delhi. The third one held in Chennai. The fourth one held in Lucknow, and the fifth one held in Kolkata. It is an annual event, right, and organized by Ministry of Science and Technology and the Departments of Government of India, which comes under this. Along with that, Vibha, Vigyan Bharati. Okay. So what is what is India International Science Festival? So basically it is a festival to celebrate the achievements of India's scientific and technological advancement with students, innovators, craftsmen, farmers, scientists, technocrats of the India and abroad. Okay. So this is going to happen from 22nd to 25th December 2020. Now moving ahead, next update we have, it is about the CURD. So what is CURD, we are going to understand. So Union Health and Science and Technology Minister Dr. Harshvardhan ji, he launched CURD. CURD is a website, okay? CURD is a website that gives comprehensive information about the numerous COVID-19 clinical trials. All the clinical trials that the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, is engaged in partnership with other industries and government departments and ministries. All the information about those clinical trials under CSIR will be given under this website, okay? So when we talk about CSIR, it is also working with the Ministry of Ayush for clinical trials of Ayush drug, including the Ayush 64. CSIR Assured Repurposed Drugs. It stands for this. CURD provides information about the drugs, diagnostics, devices, including the current stage of the trial, partnering institution, and what is the role of that partnering institution in that trial, and other detail. Basically, all the detail about the trial is given under this website. Okay, so this has been launched by the Union Minister recently. Okay. Now I'll be telling the current COVID-19 situation. So the total cases have reached to 76,51,000 107. Recovered cases are now 67,95,103. Active cases out of them are 7,40,090 and deaths have reached to 1,15,914. In this chart, you will see the 78% of the new cases, total new cases, they are in 10 states and union and territories. And these 10 states and union and territories are Maharashtra, Kerala, Karnataka, West Bengal, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh and Odisha. Now it is time to revise the entire session. Try to answer these questions. So the question for you is, first question for you is, India International Science Festival is organized by Niti Aayog, IIT Delhi, IIT Mumbai, Ministry of Science and Technology. So IISF, it is organized by Ministry of Science and Technology. Now the next question is, what is cured? A vaccine, website, virus, malware. So cured is a website. Okay. Next question, the poll spending limit for the candidate contesting Lok Sabha and Assembly election has been enhanced by. Recently, we know the poll spending limit has been increased. So it has been enhanced by 20%, 10%, 50% or 60%. So of course, it is enhanced by 10% very recently. Now it is time for the question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. So the question for you is, what is Frontier Technology Cloud Innovation Center? What is Frontier Technologies Cloud Innovation Center? Try to answer this question in the comment section. We will discuss complete detailed answer in the next session. Till then, stay motivated, work hard, stay healthy. Jai Hind.